Welcome to the Revolutionary CEO podcast, where adaptable marketing meets real-life business strategies. I'm your host, Letitia Lynch, adaptable marketing strategist, boy mom, and CEO who believes in making marketing work for you. In this podcast, we're unlocking the gate-kept marketing strategies and advice that's usually hidden behind paywalls that solo service providers, coaches, and boutique firm owners need to market, launch, and sell their services their way. Join me every Wednesday as we explore strategies tailored to your capacity, personality, and business season. I'll also share my business shifts and bonus episodes with real questions and custom strategies from Revolutionary Society. Let's get into it. There was a time when you feel like you had your marketing and selling down, right? Like at the very beginning of your business when you weren't thinking too hard and everything was just new, you just feel like you probably just learned and took fast, messy action, and it really worked. Because that's how I felt about business. Like when I first started my business, I didn't realize just how much over time, the more I learned about business, the more I learned about selling and marketing and operating a business, the harder it became for me to actually take action because I was so nervous that I was going to mess it all up. At what cost has this much knowledge really affected our business? You numbed yourself to the realities of your exhaustion, your failing relationships, your declining health, all in the name of having that booked out group program or selling your 10K VIP day. Those 5-figure months were in your tunnel vision for so long that you actually forgot to live. But then you fixed all that, right? And now you're on, or at least you're on the path to doing so. And now you notice something about your marketing, your launching and selling that just kind of feels off, right? Like your capacity is now stretched super thin. Your commitment to doing the work often kind of fluctuates and sometimes just disappears. And the results just aren't what they used to be. I personally recognize this shift in my own approach to how I not only run my business, but market and sell within it back in 2022. And now I'm recording this series to help you do the same. So this is episode 1 of a 5-part series entitled The Capacity Commitment Shift, Sustainable Marketing on Your Terms. And it's designed to help you to realign your marketing approach with your current business and lifestyle needs, turning your commitment into consistent profit without burnout. Join me as we reprogram your relationship with marketing and discover how to make your marketing work for the CEO that you are today. So first of all, I want to kick this off by kind of addressing the elephant in the room. You are just not the same CEO, the same human being that you were when you started your business. Something that we really need to think about is once the world opened back up from our COVID bubbles, we kind of realized something. We actually have to make a conscious effort to live life, be present at home, to take care of ourselves, to make time for our friends and family and live our lives away from our businesses. I think we also realized in that COVID bubble that we couldn't just keep up with the fast, high pressure pace that we set our businesses up with during the pandemic. That's what I always have some different name for the pandemic. Right now, I like to refer to it as the panini. So if you hear me say panini, just know I mean COVID and the pandemic. I think we unfortunately just mistook that high visibility and really easy sales that were happening at that time as the reality of what business is, when the reality, the real true reality of that time in our lives is that everyone was just online for hours paying attention because they couldn't leave their houses. They had nothing to do, so they were home on the internet, starting hobbies, starting businesses, spending the money that they were not saving using their gas, going out to eat, or spending on entertainment and travel. They were spending that money on business, right? That's just not the norm, but that is the impression that I think most of us had. It's the impression that I have of business, right? When I started. So fast forward to 2022, and we were all out living in the real world again, regaining our in-person presence and letting go of staring at our social media accounts all day outside of scrolling TikToks. I still do that and scrolling into the abyss for entertainment, of course. This was also long after some of those 2020, 2021 businesses had turned out to be started by people who were like us, had a lot of visibility and often a really inflated, which I really mean exaggerated, view of their actual expertise. Like to them, it was clever marketing and sales, and to us, they were scamming. And so what does this all have to do with why you're struggling to find marketing motivation outside of the panic marketing that you're doing because sales are lower than usual? Well, because you believe that your people are buying differently and the apps have changed how much you're being seen. While those factors would definitely cause you to simply just need to make a few shifts in your approach, the biggest reason that marketing just isn't working right now has nothing to do with any of that. It's really not working how you want to because you forgot just how much your life has really changed over the past few years in business. And so you have new offers, a new schedule, in some cases just a new lifestyle between the divorces and marriages that I'm seeing, new relationships and the ones that have ended. Then there are babies and the babies that never were, which is stressful in of itself. The family members you've lost, the stress of the economy and your job, the shifts in your health and the health of your closest loved ones, and just your energy just ain't what it used to be, right? But you know what still is how it used to be? Those damn marketing strategies that you were using when you were the old version of you. That person is gone, right? No wonder they don't work like they used to, or they cause you to retreat harder, faster, and longer than they used to. Marketing just isn't working for you because you're struggling to stick with strategies that you're trying. You're letting some marketing expert who is selling you a platform that will make it so you never have to really use any other ones you hate ever again, but you don't even realize that you didn't even find them on the damn platform that they're selling and hyping up. You found them on the marketing platform that they're telling you won't ever have to use again. Like, that's crazy, right? Ain't that some shit? So all I'm saying to you is the reality is they have no business planting in your mind a superiority complex and over dependence on some of these platforms. The truth is you actually need to learn how to decide where you want to market so that it works for you. You want to know what I often hear service providers saying? It's things like, if someone would just tell me what to do with my marketing, I would be able to get this done. But is that really true? How many marketing coaches, service providers, courses, masterclasses, and workshops have told you exactly what to do with your marketing already? I have literally had a marketing strategy service that gives clients a custom plan for what they need to do to set up their marketing systems, to plan out their email sequences, their automations, their content ideas, literally all the things. I also literally have a service where I tell them what to cover week by week in their marketing content. The issue isn't that you don't know what to do. They have it there. It's that you need support while you're doing it. When that content schedule that was chosen when you didn't have a kid now becomes too much now that you're pregnant, you need someone there to help you adjust it. When you're setting up that marketing automation, you need someone to answer your questions about, is your subject line good enough, to tell you how many days apart your sales email should be sent. You want to know whether or not you should stick with Flowdesk or switch to ConvertKit. You need help with that Zapier automation, and you need to know what to put on that sales page. What happens when you don't get that support is you question everything. You take 3 times the amount of time to send the damn email, to launch the program, to promote the service, to put up that damn sales page. Your problem isn't a lack of knowledge or a lack of strategy. It's the lack of processes to make it easier to do the strategy with your current capacity and commitment to the process. So not only is this 5-part series going to help you align your action to your current capacity and commitment, but it's also going to introduce you to something that offers the level of ongoing marketing support that you want to help you get the marketing done. So next up in this series is an episode called The Hidden Cost of Inconsistent Execution and How to Reclaim Your Marketing Momentum. So in that episode, we'll talk about how inconsistent execution might silently be sabotaging your marketing efforts, and you're going to learn key strategies to reactivate and boost your marketing momentum with your current level of capacity and commitment. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the Revolutionary CEO podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform and leave a review to let me know the moments you enjoyed most. Spotify users and YouTubers, leave me a comment with your biggest takeaway or questions from the episode. And be sure to connect with me on Instagram, YouTube, or Threads. I'm always at Her Marketing Coach. Talk to you next week.